Hey guys, Derek here, and may the 4th be with you. It is Star Wars Day, and Disney just dropped the first episode of The Bad Batch. If you don't know, The Bad Batch is a spin-off series from the Clone Wars TV show that follows Clone Force 99. They're like this, not experimental batch of clones, but like they had, like desirable mutations that made them very interesting and weird. And season 7 of Clone Wars kind of set them up with Echo, Hunter, Heavy, the sniper guy. There's another one, I forgot. But presumably this series follows the Bad Batch after the Clone Wars. So like at the end of episode 3 and onwards, I think. So possibly they might be dealing with the fallout of Order 66 and, what that means for them. I don't know if they're if they will have that programming in their heads, because I don't know if they got the chips in their heads. But I don't know. I'm excited. All I know is that we're following this group of clones and, what happens with them following the events of the Clone Wars series, at least. I don't know if any of them live through any of this because we haven't seen them in the future. But I don't know. I'm excited. Before we jump into it, please consider leaving a like on the video and please consider subscribing. Helps my channel out a ton and lets me know if you guys want to see more of things like this. And then, similar to what I did with Shadow and Bone, I'm going to have the first episode of this show, my full-length reaction of it, available for free on Patreon. So if you are interested in that type of thing, you can check it out, or you can check it out and see if it's something you're interested in. And then you can consider supporting me in the future. But other than that, let's jump into Season 1. I don't know how many seasons of this show there's going to be, but at least episode 1 of The Bad Batch. This is a hefty one. It's like 70 minutes long. This burns away to do The Bad Batch. Yeah. Love it. That's what happened in the trailer. It's so cool.
Separatists push to the brink. Republic forces continue to mount victories on battlefronts across the galaxy.
Yeah, but they haven't killed the Jedi yet, right?
An attempt to kidnap Chancellor Palpatine.
Okay.
The evil droid
So
General
this is
Grievous retreated to the Outer Rim.
during episode 3.
Led by Jedi Master Deba Balaba, they struggle to hold their position.
She's is she Kanan's master? Right? Is that Kanan Jarrus' master? I like how a lot of the explosions in this show are like rainbow colored.
Here. I'm here.
That's definitely Kanan.
Don't worry. They're right behind me.
Caleb Dune. You can tell it's Freddie Prinze Jr. talking. Sounds like a full-grown man.
But you gotta see these clones. They're different.
They are the Bad Batch, baby. How many? 5. She's a giant boulder. These droids straight suck. They can't do anything right. What the frick? I feel like that's a very niche attachment for your gun. They just single-handedly take out 4 tanks and like 40 droids. It's kind of crazy. I'm watching some people react to early Clone Wars and just seeing the animation difference is insane. They stroll out like, what's up? How you guys doing? This is probably like fairly close to when Order 66 is happening, right?
Clone intelligence is reporting Jedi General Obi-Wan Kenobi has found and engaged General Grievous on Utapau.
If he captures or kills,
Yeah, it's like hours from now. She's gonna be dead.
Not something we can control from here.
I'm nervous every time they go to comms. You're gonna die. Oh, it's happening right now. So they're kind of like retconning some of the comics, maybe? Are they gonna save him?
You must run! Run, Caleb!
Oh, hearing her scream. You don't hear them scream in episode 3. It was just kind of like silent with the music.
Execute Order 66.
Yeah, I heard that too. What's Order 66?
Okay, so they're defective. They don't know.
Come on down, kid. We're here to help. No!
What are you doing? Why would you shoot at him?
What are you doing?
This guy's a psycho. Yo, Crosshair, you suck.
Soldiers follow orders.
So, are these guys gonna go AWOL and Crosshair isn't?
We have orders from the Supreme Chancellor himself.
Those look more like Stormtrooper helmets right there. A little bit. Or they're giving off the Stormtrooper vibe because they're just all white. There's no personalization. Yeah, I don't think you can compete against a Jedi. The little kid just beat your ass. Oh man, the lighting on his face is so good.
No! You killed her!
the others did. I'm just as confused as you are. No!
Yeet! What a boss. What a jump. Is he gonna tell them that that he jumped into the waterfall?
I stunned him when he jumped. Shock troopers? What's the Coruscant Guard doing here?
Bad stuff is what they're doing here. Whose body is that? Oh, it's a Jedi.
I don't like to think of executing our commanders as a mission objective.
An order is an order.
Since when?
He'll beat you up, Crosshair.
My guess is we are immune to the effects of the programming, though I can't be 100%
Except for
certain.
Crosshair.
What about Echo? He was a reg before he joined us.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went through all that weird stuff though.
Why didn't I react like the other?
You are more machine than man. Percentage-wise, at least.
Lucky me.
Is this audio from episode 3? Into the first
Nothing.
galactic empire.
Galactic Empire.
Dang, the way they're focusing on, like, you know what I mean? Where the background's blurry. That's real nice for animation. They're like, what is happening? Ooh, is that Tarkin? What's up, old man? Grand Moff. With your thick thigh pants. That boy dummy thick.
Admiral Tarkin, this news is...
With the war at an end, the need for future clones is being questioned.
Our contracts stipulate the continued production.
Your contracts were with the Republic, which no longer exists.
Surely you'll be in.
Yeah, I wonder why they decided to go away from clones.
The galaxy.
Seems like a logistical, you know, like easy choice. It's probably cheaper just to kidnap kids, right? Maybe? I don't know. How much logistically would it cost to kidnap children and transport them? There's no... It looks like they're all the same. There's no, like, personalization among any of the clones.
Hello again.
Hello. Weirdo.
Omega. From earlier?
Were you invited to sit at this table?
In the corridor?
I don't think so.
Yeah, kid, we remember. Check it out. The defect squad's got themselves a new recruit.
Yo, they'll shoot you in the face.
Added to the sad batch.
They're way better at everything than you.
What the? Who threw that?
This kid's feisty.
I did. Now apologize to my friends.
I like this kid. Know your place, lab scrubber.
Dude, you were made in a lab too. That's what's up, Heavy. Let's go. Food fight! I think it's funny that they're like ragging on them for being, you know, lab made, but everybody here was like grown in a tube. Just because these guys got special enhancements doesn't mean any of you are, you know, even remotely better than them.
According to your test results, you all appear to be genetically defective clones.
Yeah, they're aware.
I will leave you to process the shock of this revelation.
We've got a problem. Not really.
Did you guys know? You're weird?
Not that.
I'll cover you.
Good old battle simulations. They're just kind of working through it with ease. Not a challenge so far.
Switch to live fire.
Oh, no.
Tarkin, I must
That's not good.
live round.
Oh, those are like... Oh. That's not good. These things are like Super Battle Droid level 3. Is it really that easy to reprogram?
These are rather unusual.
Just sits on top of it. Oh, Hunter's so good. Suplex!
Wrecker, knife.
Was he gonna shoot it out of midair? Ooh, that was dirty. That's what's up. Now you're gonna be repurposed to kill Jedi. I assume that's gonna be like the plot, right? Is he's gonna want them to hunt down the remaining Jedi, and Crosshair is definitely gonna be all for it. He's gonna be like, hell yeah, let's do this. And everyone else is gonna be like, nah.
Extraordinary.
How many of these enhanced clones do you possess?
Just those ones.
5 are all that remain.
They could be an...
We have tracked a group of insurgents to the Onderon sector. They must be dealt with.
What sort of insurgents?
Separatist forces, intent on keeping the galaxy at war.
If you neutralize this grave threat,
It's a Jedi, isn't it?
upon most favorably as I...
They're gonna show up and it's gonna be a Jedi.
I guess kids aren't your area of expertise.
Yo, you stupid garbage person. Shoot that man in the face. Or use your knife and stab him.
There are children down there. Something's not right.
What are you waiting for? Give the order.
You're not gonna shoot that old lady.
Stand down. Make the call, Hunter.
Yo, knock him out, please. Is that the Canadian
These aren't
leaf on their
separatists.
helmets?
They're Republic fighters. Why would Tarkin send us to attack our own forces?
Because we refuse to fight for an empire.
Is that Saw Gerrera?
Herrera,
Yeah.
trained by Captain Rex and General...
Why don't you take a look at the insurgents you were sent to destroy?
Yeah, you can't kill these people.
The Clone War may have ended. The Civil War is about to begin.
Mm-hmm. Join the team. Join the team.
If you don't have the stomach to do what needs to be done, then you're not fit to lead this squad.
Boy, you trying to die?
A state of heightened awareness is not unusual for an enhanced clone such as herself.
She's a clone. Interesting. I didn't know that.
When Nalase spoke of 5 clones, Tarkin assumed that meant us, but echoes a reg. The 5th is Omega.
Really?
We're going back for her.
You can
One
stay
of
here.
us. We're not leaving her there.
You're not authorized to be in here.
I got lost. Sorry, it won't happen again.
Hang up the gear and take it to the hangar.
You're coming with me.
We will not. We are official Kaminoan.
Don't touch me, droid.
Oh, I thought he was just gonna kill the droid. I kind of want them to take the droid with them too. This feels like a trap. Yeah.
The Empire does not tolerate failure, Sergeant.
There were complications.
Yes, the probe droid's report was quite detailed.
Conspiring with Saw Gerrera.
I assume you know the punishment for treason?
Treason?
Throw them in the brig.
Smells weird. Because it's clean.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it probably
Well, the
smells
plan
clean.
wasn't a total failure.
Hey, found the kid.
You know what you should work on? Explaining when you went soft.
How about you lick my butt?
You see, we're locked.
His head hurts because he's trying to fight the programming, maybe.
You're angry. I know what you're going to do, but please don't.
What do you know?
I know it's not your fault. You can't help it.
The programming.
Can you intensify the programming?
Yes.
Then proceed.
Okay, so he's, for now, a bad guy. I wonder if part of the series will be trying to free him from his programming, similar to how Rex was freed from his. Yeah, that's an actual punch.
Incoming.
Oh, good thing they walked forward, so then they can't see the girl. Oh!
Hit the switch, Omega!
Yeah, you're gonna die. Just smoked him.
No. Where is it? Where is it? It's gotta be here somewhere.
Oh, that thing? That's what he wants? The little doll?
I don't think we'll have to go far.
Crosshair is leading the squad. And his stuff is all black.
We should have killed that Jedi. You disobeyed orders. I did what I thought was right.
It was right.
The bigger picture. Now surrender.
No.
Is that an order?
They like to
I
disobey
guess it
orders.
is. Well, I guess I'm disobeying that one too.
Damn right. Time to go, kid. Oof. Ah, oh, he actually shot him. Oh, is she gonna... Does she know how to do anything? Is the real question. Good shot, girl. Dang, she contributed a little bit.
Is this what you were looking for?
His doll.
You found my Lula! Ow!
So what is Omega's abilities?
Impressive shot back there. Where'd you learn to do that?
I don't know.
Basic training.
I've never fired a blaster before.
Can she like...
Guess I got lucky.
She's not the only one.
Can she like almost like adapt or adopt their abilities?
Plot a course for J-19. J-19? We know a guy.
J-19, J-19. Who is on J-19? So I don't think it's Rex. Wow, okay. Whoo! She. Okay. That was a really good first episode, and it was long. I was like, dang, this is this was over twice as long as a normal episode. What a normal episode of the Clone Wars was like, it was like 22 minutes maybe, and this one was 74, 71. It was an hour and 14 minutes, minus like 3-4 minutes of credits. So this was like an hour and 10 minutes. That's like 5 separate Clone Wars episodes smashed into one. Like, oh my god. So yeah, we start off, okay. I did not expect, like, right off the bat, we come up with Bastillada or whatever her name is, and Caleb Dune, aka Kanan Jarrus. So if you watch Star Wars Rebels, he is the one that trains like Ezra. He's part of the crew on the Ghost, where he's been kind of like hiding himself and cutting himself off from the Force and not being a Jedi. And then he eventually goes blind, but then he dies and can see again, and it's very emotional. But he is a main character in Star Wars Rebels. And he appears here as a Padawan. So at first I was like, is he gonna get away? Like, because I read a few issues of the Caleb Dune Star Wars comic. And in that comic, he like fought alongside his master until she told him to run. And I was confused. I was like, why is... But then he ran back and then escaped. Okay, so... But the Bad Batch just gets rid of some droids easy peasy. And then right away it's like, oh, Obi-Wan's on Utapau. And it's like, no! Don't go to Utapau. This is bad. And then the clones just start shooting her, and they're going ham, and the Bad Batch is like hella confused. They're like, what is going on? I don't understand this. Except for Crosshair. Crosshair is the one that's like, we need to follow orders. Like, this is something that needs to go down. But like, the one thing I like about the Bad Batch is like, for the most part, they're all like, they disobey orders all the time, but they do what is right, what they believe to be right. So and they've been fighting alongside the Republic for however long. They're not about to just kill this kid. And so Hunter lets him go, and Crosshair is just being a little bitch about it. The whole episode, he's like, should have followed orders. And it's like, dude, you're a psychopath. But to his credit, Omega towards the end is like, it's not your fault. Like, I understand it's not your fault. And that echoes kind of what Ahsoka told Rex at the end of the Clone Wars, is like, it's not your fault. Like, you can't control what this chip is doing to you. So like, if they could somehow get the programming out of Crosshair, that would be cool. But I also didn't like Crosshair anyway. He's been a dick since the Clone Wars. So it's technically not his fault, but he's also a butthole and can fall in a hole and die. But they get back to Camino and everything's just sketchy. Like, all the other than the shock troopers who have the red on their stuff, like, all the personalization of every clone has been essentially like wiped clean. Their armor is all white. They all have the same haircut, same cut. Like, there's no individualization with any of them. And, you know, they go through this general assembly where it's like, no galactic empire, which I think was at least some of that audio, I believe, was straight from episode 3. And then we meet Omega. Omega is the fifth member of the Clone Force 99, or Batch 99 rather. So however many of them they made, only 5 of them remain alive, and that is the 4 members of the Bad Batch and Omega, because Echo is not part of that technically. He was a reg, and that's very interesting. We kind of get maybe some hints of what her abilities may be. She could be some sort of like empath, where she can like connect to their thoughts or something like that, because she seemed to be able to connect with you know, their emotions and what they were feeling and stuff. But then at the end, she also had the ability to shoot, kind of like them. So maybe she's able to adopt their abilities temporarily with her power. But she's pretty cool. She's got that New Zealand accent. Kind of sounds like Taika Waititi a little bit, you know. And she's a Kiwi. And they're just like, they're very confused. They're like, we're not a big fan of what's going on here. And then Tarkin puts them through a drill, but he turns on live fire, and he's like, you know, one, we need to make sure you're top notch to kill some Jedis. But then he notices that they do things unorthodox, and he's like, that's in the Empire, we need uniform, conforming to the rule. So he sends them on this mission to take out some separatists. Turns out it's just like innocent civilians and Saw Gerrera, who, funnily enough, turns into like a almost low-key terrorist. But they're like, yo, this is not cool. We're not gonna kill innocent civilians. Like, they're fully realizing that the Empire is bad. And they're being told to do bad things. And Crosshair, again, is just like, we need to kill these people. And it's just like, dude, you need to ease up. Like, I think I react to him very much differently than I did the clones in season 7, because like that was played like it was sad. Crosshair, he doesn't, it's not like played like a sad thing. You're like meant to not like this guy. And he goes behind their backs, submits reports about, Hunter letting the Jedi go. He has probably helped out, while they were in prison. But they go back for Omega, and they get ambushed and put in prison, and it's just rough all around. And they get out, but Crosshair has his programming like enhanced. So he was already being a butthole about this whole thing, but they just increased his like buttholeness. So he's full hard on for the Empire. Like he's ready to go. He'll kill children. I mean, he was ready to kill children before, but now he's like he'll actively kill children. Like he'll seek it out. And they get out of prison, and the Camino lady helps them. So she keeps the door from closing. I wonder like what roles the Camino staff will play to an extent, because like this is something I don't think we ever like really learned. I mean, maybe we learned this in like books or something, but like mainstream stuff we didn't learn this. They just had like their clone force like shut down. Like we knew that the Empire moved away from clones to stormtroopers, but we didn't exactly know why. And I guess according to Tarkin, they're too expensive and maybe not worth it. It's easier just to kidnap children and then like raise them to be stormtroopers. But like thinking logistically, like how much money would it cost to, like, that's a large scale thing. Do they have the clones be the one that kidnap them until there's like a full fighting force ready to go? I assume kidnapping all these children has to cost some sort of money to set that up. There's transport involved, the equipment, handcuffs, little mini handcuffs. But they have a nice standoff / battle in the hangar, and eventually get away. And that's the end of the episode. So my suspicions were right, where early on I was like, okay, so they're going to see that the Empire is doing shady stuff and they're not good. Like they're going to see that they're not on the right side of things. And they're going to bail, but Crosshair is going to stay because he's a dick and his programming hasn't been completely wiped out. So like he also kind of has like the least obtuse reprogramming that had happened, right? Like all these other ones had very noticeable like enhancements, if that makes sense, where Tech is really, really smart, and that has a lot to do with his like brain and brain physiology, so that wiped his programming out. Hunter and Heavy both have like very prominent like physical like enhancements. Hunter's senses and Heavy's like physical actual body. So presumably that canceled out programming. Echo, due to his experimentation, canceled out. I don't know about Omega, maybe because she's a kid. But there are other kid clones on the base, so I don't know. But Crosshair, he was just kind of like real good at shooting things. So maybe his programming was like the least, mentally changing of the programming. So maybe that's why his chip is still fairly active. I wonder if a storyline this season will be trying to free him from that. That would be interesting. I kind of hope he dies saving the team somehow. Like he breaks free and then he saves the team but dies, because I don't like him. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so they're gonna be going to what, J19, whatever planet that is. I don't remember who is on that. I don't think I know that info. So I don't know, man. This was a really, really good first episode. It was long, but it was awesome. Like it had very good pacing. The visuals were excellent. Like season 7 of Clone Wars, we knew stuff was gonna look dope. But this, like the focus shots they had on people's faces, where like their face is super in focus, but everything behind them is blurred. It's like the bokeh or whatever it's called. Looked excellent. Explosions looked excellent. Action was dope. Really cool seeing Caleb Dune at the beginning and his master, you know, them fighting was really, really nice. Yeah, I thought just like the weather effects that they had going on was real nice as well. So looking forward, hopefully they keep that standard up throughout the whole season. I know that they pretty much did that for season 7 of Clone Wars, but there were, you know, 1 or 2 arcs of season 7 where it wasn't super necessary for them to have like real good visuals. I think they saved a lot of the excellent visuals for the last 4 episodes. But even still, it looks fantastic. Very excited for more Star Wars content to be back. Yeah, let me know what you guys thought of this episode down below. What do you think is going to happen next? What do you think is up with Omega? Like, was she maybe like the first one? Is she secretly like the oldest? Or no, she would maybe be the last one because Alpha and Omega, beginning and end. Was Omega like the last batch 99 clone to be made? What do you think's going on with her? What is her power? Yeah. What do you think about the gang just kind of like being off on their own? And how do you think that'll factor into the future? Because we don't really see them in the future at all, right? Yeah. Who's on J19? I don't know. Let me know all your thoughts down below in the comments. Hopefully this episode or this video does well. Because some of the episodes of Clone Wars did great and some super did not. So we'll find out, I guess. But yeah, I think that's all I gotta say. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my video, please leave a like on the video. That means a ton to me, helps my videos get seen more. If you are interested in seeing more of my reactions to The Bad Batch or Shadow and Bone or any other show I'm watching, hit subscribe and ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you are interested in the full-length reaction to this episode, I will have episode 1 for free on my Patreon, so you can check that out and see if it's something you're interested in. And if it is, consider supporting me on Patreon. That would mean a lot to me as well. But other than that, I think that's all I gotta say. So I will catch you guys next week. I think, are these airing on Tuesdays or Fridays or now? Or, you know, Tuesdays would be an interesting change of pace because everything airs on Fridays. So that's all I gotta say. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.